Hi, this is Mrs. Abrams, and this lesson is for kindergarten and first grade. And Easter is coming up this weekend, so I thought that we would do a spring project. So we're going to make an Easter bunny. So remember I was asking you to collect things and save things around the house for future projects. So with this lesson, we're going to need a toilet paper tube, and you're going to need construction paper, or you can use gift wrap or some other kind of paper that's decorative, or I'm just using construction paper and I'm going to make my own pattern on it. We're going to need some glue, and you're going to need a pair of scissors, or you might have to ask someone to help you cut things out. You're going to need a Sharpie or a marker, a pencil, okay? And I don't have cotton balls, so I'm going to use a tissue, okay? And I have Q-tip for putting glue on. So the first thing I'm going to do is I want to cover my paper tube with some pretty paper. So I'm going to use my purple construction paper. But again, if you have printed paper, like gift wrap or something that's springy looking, you can use that. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to lay down my toilet paper tube on my paper. I'm going to show you. Okay, so there's my toilet paper tube, and I'm just going to make a little line here, and I'm going to roll my tube down a little further. Going to make another little line, and then I'm just going to draw a line going straight across like that, and then I'm going to create a pattern. So I'm going to do polka dots. So remember, we've been talking about patterns in class. So I'm just going to color black polka dots on my paper. And you can use crayons, you can use paint, whatever you want. I'm just using a black Sharpie because my paper is purple. But again, you can use what you want. You can add, you don't have to do black, you can do another color. So I'm just making a pattern. And again, I'm rushing to get through this, but I want you to take your time and do a nice job. Okay? So there's that. So I'm going to put you back over here. And so now, if you don't have a ruler to make a straight edge when you made those little dots, you can just take a piece of paper and draw a straight line. So now I'm going to take my scissors, and I'm just going to cut right along this line that I made. Okay. So now this paper should be the same width as my toilet paper roll. Okay. So this is where the glue part comes in. So I'm going to take some glue. I'm going to use my fingers, but if you want to use a Q-tip, you can do that. I'm just going to put some glue on my tube. Okay, so I have glue on my tube, and then I'm just going to put my tube on top of my paper, and I'm just going to roll it. I don't know if you could see me rolling it. So I'm just gonna roll my tube like this until I meet the other side, and then I'm just gonna cut off the excess. And so I have my tube that's covered with paper, okay? And you might need to put a little extra glue on the back for the seam, just to make sure it's staying put, okay? All right, so there's my rabbit body, because we're gonna make little rabbits. So now the next part is I'm going to make feet. So this is how I make the feet. I put my tube down on the paper, and I'm going to trace around it. I'm using a marker, but you can use a pencil. tracing around the bottom of my tube. Okay, like this. So I'm tracing around my tube, and if I continued it would be a big circle like that, but I'm going to stop, and then I'm just going to add feet like that. And while I'm doing this, I'm going to make some bunny ears. So I'm just going to make a shape like that. It's kind of like an oval, but with a straight edge like this. And then again, I'm going to make my pattern. But again, if you have some printed paper, you can use the printed paper, or you can make your own pattern. It doesn't have to be black polka dots like I'm doing. Okay. All right. So there's that. So now I'm going to cut out my ears. And my feet. I got my 2 ears. And now I'm going to cut out my feet, which kind of looks like a rabbit head all by itself. Now I've got my feet, and I got my 2 rabbit ears, and we're going to put those on. So the first thing I'm going to do is with my feet, I'm going to put glue all around the circle, and then I'm going to stick my tube on top. Okay. Again, I'm going to use my finger. You don't have to. You can use a Q-tip. I'm going to put a good amount of glue going all the way around my circle. And then I'm just going to stand my tube on top. So now I have my little bunny feet. So it just stands there. So now I'm going to put some glue on the bottom of my bunny ears. There's 1 ear. There's 2 ears. So now I've got my ears. So now I've got my feet and my 2 ears. Okay. So now you could do, for a nose, you could put like a little pom-pom or a cotton ball if you want here. I don't have that, so I'm just going to use some tissue, and I'm just going to ball it up and make a little ball. And there's my nose. I'm dipping it in some glue, and I'm just going to stick it on. So there's my little nose. And then I cut out some little strips of black paper, so I'm going to use those for whiskers. I'm going to glue them on. So now I've got my bunny ears, feet, nose, and whiskers. And so, googly eyes would be really cool right now, but I don't have googly eyes with me. So I'm just going to take a piece of white paper and just taking a little piece of white paper and I'm going to draw 2 eyeballs. So circle within a circle, circle within a circle, and then I'm going to color it in. So I have my 2 little eyeballs like this. And again, I'm just going to cut them out real quick. There's one eyeball. Two eyeballs, and I'm gonna put some glue on it. And I'm just gonna glue my eyes on. And then I gotta do a little bunny tail, so I'm gonna do the same thing that I did for the nose for the back, because again I don't have a pom-pom or cotton balls. So I'm just going to stick it on the back. And there's my little bunny. Okay, so I'm going to share a link for a spring story, and then you can make your own little bunny. Okay, have fun. Happy spring.